Hi guys, it's Baby Peach and welcome back to another episode of Magical Diary. So we're at our dilemma of telling a professor or going to see Damien, and we're gonna go see Damien. So let's go see how it is. Well, take a deep breath, let it out, tuck my robe into place, wait until no one is watching, and then sneak away. I pick my way through bushes and grass, feeling a bit flushed in the warm April sun until I reach a cleared area near the road. Hello, is anyone here? Hello? Maybe I'm in the wrong place, or maybe he's not out here at all. Maybe this was just another trick. I hear a rustling in the trees. Damien? He's still wearing his Falcon Mahal cape and robes even though he's no longer a student. Ew. But those robes look like they've been through a war. They're ripped around the edges and splattered with mud and speckled with stray leaves and twigs. His hair has gone stringy and lank. Even his face is thinner. Peachy. What happened to you? Wait, don't tell me. You decided to roll in the mud before coming to meet me so that you would look more pathetic. Oh my god, you're so rude. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you. You could have waited somewhere more comfortable. I can't be around people right now. I needed to see you. Well, you've seen me. He just stands there staring at my face and says nothing. What is wrong with you? Who do you think you are? You tried to kill me. No. What do you mean? No. Oh my god, guys, he's gaslighting us now. Oh my god. What do you mean? You didn't try to. What do you mean? I meant to, but I couldn't. I couldn't go through with it. That doesn't make it any better. My gosh. You are such a liar. The only reason I'm not dead is that Professor Postum stopped you. So ridiculous. That dotty old fool had nothing to do with it. We've been playing cat and mouse for years. I knew she was watching me. I laid plans to obscure her scurrying. I don't know. She would never have found you in time. He shakes his fist in front of his face. Every drop of your magic would have been mine, should have been mine, except that you would have been gone, and I couldn't let that happen. How do you expect me to believe that? Because it's true. Every word you've ever said was a lie. Haven't you ever heard that truth makes the best lies? I don't know. Is this guy for real? Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know what to believe. He sighs. I chose you for this from the beginning because an innocent wild seed girl would be easy to manipulate. I used every trick in the book to make you willing to do anything for me. Yeah, you did. Asshole Jesus Christ. But every story I told you had at least a little truth in it. At least a little. At least a smidgens of truth. Your unhappy childhood, the whole school being against you. You should know the truth there. Most of the school did hate me. It's only the reasons that I lied about. As for my childhood, I was a changeling child. In a sense, I was raised by humans, human cultists programmed to serve me. What? Why? It was all part of the plan. A demon raised in secret, without a demon's weaknesses. Not that I knew that until I was older. Your soul was a coin I was meant to collect. Any witch's soul willingly given. But I chose you, and that was where everything went wrong. All the time I spent to tie you to me, tied me to you as well. I became fond of your company. You expect me to believe that you set out to kill me and then you fell in love with me? Is that what this is? I don't even know. When I saw the look in your eyes that night, when the light started to fade, I wanted to die. I wanted to kill you, and then myself. I screamed at you, but you couldn't answer. I don't remember that. You were unconscious. I was so angry. I was shouting and punching things, and you just lay there, and I couldn't bear it. I couldn't go on. I stopped the bleeding. I blocked the flow. My entire life, everything I've ever been, everything my parents' slaves ever worked for. You made me throw it all away. Don't expect me to apologize for not being dead. You are nothing. You're an ugly human girl with only a scattering of magic and completely ignorant of the world. I wish you were dead. I'd wish I'd never met you. Oh my god, this guy is doing a complete 180. Now he hates us again. Oh my god. Don't you see what you've done? You've taken it all away. The slaves are gone. The school is gone. My kingdom is gone. I've been living in the woods because I have nothing else because of you. That is not my fault, sir. I've spent these past weeks half mad, wanting you to be mine, wanting you dead, not even knowing the difference sometimes. I don't know. The only thought I could hold on to was that maybe you felt the same way. Kind of, Damien. I do love you and hate you. I love you and I hate you, and I can't live without you. And so here I am, broken, a broken man. I know I've hurt you. I've done terrible things to you. You have every right to be angry. You can hit me if you want. I won't fight back. I can't hurt you. Go on, hit me. I don't know, bruh. What's empathy? Where's my spell book? Reveals the emotional state of a target. That's a good one, actually. Let's do that. Let's see if he's lying to us or not, okay? Cast empathy. Is this a trick? If I hit him, will something new and horrible happen to me? I can't trust him. I can't believe him. Even if he said the sun was hot, he'd probably be lying. The only way to know what's true is to know what he feels. And so I cast the spell of empathy, opening my senses to him. And all I feel is pain. Like a wire stretched too tight, fraying and ready to explode into sparks. You're serious, aren't you? I don't know. Am I? It doesn't make a difference. I don't know what to do. You could tell me that you're turning over a new leaf and you're only going to fight for good from now on? That's not even a good lie. What do you want from me? To know that you still have feelings for me? To know that I'm not alone? Fine, we'll give it to him. I care about you. I do care about you. I shouldn't, but I do. That's how I feel. I shouldn't love you, but I can't stop. There's no way to make things right between us. What you've done, nothing can make that okay. I don't expect you to forgive me. Just knowing that you'll still talk to me, that's enough. You're a mess, aren't you? I guess I could use a shower. Among other things. Look, I should go. I'll write to you again. I don't promise to answer. I don't care. Fine. Goodbye, Damien. Be well. With my hand on my heart, I take a deep breath and try to steady myself. It's not over between us. I can't forget, and neither can he. Man, that was man. Okay, well let's just jump into next week, I guess. Let's try to max out our white magic. 2 white magic, 2 stress. Man, I can't even focus on school. Damien's just on my freaking mind. It's really like living in the woods, like for real, for real. Oh my goodness, I can't do this with him. As I'm walking across the grounds, I see a group of people up ahead and near a makeshift sign. When I get closer, I can see that it reads dance lessons, $20. Dance lessons. Jacob suddenly steps up from the crowd and bows to me. That's the name of the game. I promise to make you light on your feet so you can make a better showing at the May Day ball. How exactly? I'll dance with you, give you a few pointers. Isn't $20 a little bit high price for a single dance? I'm worth every dime. No, really, it's a fundraiser. Every class is expected to contribute to the ball. And since this is the first formal dance some people will have been to, this will give them a chance to polish off those rough edges. Sure, I dance with Jacob. Alright, let's see what you've got. I hand over my money. Now step up close and put your hand on my shoulder like so. He's actually a pretty good dancer. Not only does he know the steps to lead, but he knows a lot of flourishes, usually performed by the following dancer, well enough to give instructions and demonstrate. After a few minutes, he can make me spin in and out of his embrace and dip me backwards until I'm dizzy and giggling. Oh, I got my cute points. We get a round of applause as we finish. I guess that wasn't a total waste. On my way out of the room, I find a little envelope with my name on it and a blue flower. It must be a note from Damien, but how did it get here? Ooh, a secret admirer? Let me see. No, you can't see. Wait, but before I can stop her, she snatches the envelope from my hands. Such a mean friend. Don't do that. Give that back. What's going on? She stole my mail. I'll give it back in a minute. She opens the envelope and pulls out a card. I cringe, hoping he hasn't said anything too incriminating. Wait a minute, this card is blank. Phew. Served you right, peeking at someone else's things. Sorry. I grab the envelope back and stuff it into my pocket. I better get some distance from these two before I take a closer look. I can't believe he would really send a blank letter. Nah, it's probably like invisible ink or something. At first glance, the card inside is empty of text, but when I touch it, I see letters stick to form. Dear Peachy, I'm doing better now. Seeing you was the splash of cold water I needed to drag myself from the waking nightmare I have been living. I have begun to assemble what remains of my resources and taken a hotel room from under an Elias in Glamour. You should be pleased to hear that I have also had a shower and a meal. All of the food here is nothing compared to the Glen. I will need my strength in order to plan a new life now that everything is gone. I have keyed this letter to your blood so that it should appear blank to eavesdroppers. I will write to you again soon. Yours, Damien. Well, I guess he's pulling himself together a bit now. That's good, right? 3 white magic, 3 stress. Then another message from Damien. This time I managed to get it out of the way before prying eyes can see. Dear Peachy, I don't know what to do. I was meant to be Prince of Demons, to ascend in power and carve out my own underworld territory. I have sworn minions and alliances waiting for my call, and a castle of my own. Small and crude, only a starting point, but mine. I can't bring you there alive, not for years, until you have the strength. Would you like to live in a castle? I should have asked. I can live somewhere else as long as you'll come and see me. I need you. I'll conquer the world for you if you want. Then tell me how I can please you. I don't know what to do. Yours, Damien. I can't exactly tell him how to please me when he hasn't left a return address. Conquer the world for me, huh? I bet he'd kill people for me if I asked him to. Oh dear, he probably would. I'd better get to class. Well, if he's for real this time, I'll give him another chance. Failure to stress. Another note from Damien has arrived. Oh my, how many letters is he gonna keep sending us? Dear Peachy, would you like servants? I can give you that. Would you like jewels, silk gowns, a seat in government? Would you like to see a unicorn? They don't often leave the other world, but one could be summoned. Dragons are easier. Are there enemies that you wish me to punish? I could crush them, or force them to worship you. Whichever you'd like. Anything you'd like, if you will be mine. Yours, Damien. I'm starting to worry about what he might think of next to impress me. One white magic, one stress. When I look outside, I can't find a note anywhere. Did I miss it? Virginia didn't say anything about finding one. I hope he hasn't run off to do anything crazy. I don't have any enemies for him to enslave, at least. 2 white magic, 2 stress. And I learned a new spell. The caster becomes aware of sentient creatures in the area. Cool. On Saturday morning, the mail and allowances are delivered. There's a letter for me, no flower this time, but I recognize Damien's handwriting. I stash it in my pocket out of sight. I go to the library and find some privacy and quiet to look over my mail. This letter is different from the others. It is a full letter, not a card, and the top of the paper contains a return address. At last, I can write back if I want to answer what he says. My love, you are that, don't you know? My downfall, my greatest weakness, and my beloved. The sight of you brought me out of my madness, but brought me to a new danger, for you can crush me with a word. I need you more than life. It was wrong for me to offer to crush your enemies, wasn't it? I shouldn't do such things, unless you want me to. I'm not a good person, Peachy. I will never be a hero or a saint. My first impulses will always be cruel ones. If he's being honest with us, though, it's kind of sweet. But I can hold them back if you want me to. I need you to guide me. I need you to give me direction, or I'm lost. You have torn my world apart, and only you can put it back together. I want to pledge myself to you, and only you. I want it to be public. I want everyone to see me kneel to you, to see that you have claimed me, and I have been defeated, and I belong to you, and I want to be yours as you are mine. But of course, it is too soon for you to accept my eternal fealty. I would be happy with the next best thing. I would like to be your escort to the May Day ball. Unfortunately, there is a problem with that plan. I am no longer welcome on the Iris Academy grounds. Will you fight my cause with Postum? Yours always, Damien. I sigh and fan my face absently with his letter. Oh, Damien, dramatic as always. Is he really willing to face the whole school, most of whom hate him, some of whom would probably like to attack him on sight and declare that he's my guy? For keeps? Or is this just a trick to get Professor Postum to lift the wards to let him back into the school? He's fooled me before. Do I even want to go to the ball with him? I still don't know what he is, not really. Some sort of prince of demons used to servants and dark powers, and he wants to be mine, to do whatever I tell him. I could wield him like a weapon, or mold him into a better man. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have a lot to revisit with Damien. Okay, last chance, I guess. I just wanna go to the dance with him. It was Professor Postum who banished Damien from the school because he was dangerous and evil, but surely she must believe in the power of love, and no matter what other questions there might be, I think it's clear that he does love me. The power of love. Oh my goodness. You want me to do what? I know it sounds strange, but my Leverett, if I didn't know better, I would worry that he had cast a spell on you. Would you so soon forgotten that Mr. Ramsey nearly killed you? But he didn't. He couldn't. He had already changed his mind before you arrived. Even if you believe that he wanted you badly, perhaps he changed his mind. Perhaps he will change it again. Can you truly trust him? I don't know, but if he's really giving up all his evil plans and looking for a fresh start, don't you want to encourage that? He has had 4 years of second chances. I gave him every opportunity to abandon his scheme. You knew what he was planning to do? I know many things. I had my hopes for that young man and his future, but the line has been crossed, and I must not show him any support now. You said yourself Damien hasn't committed any crime, and I said myself that it did not matter, not for me and not for the school. Do you hear that, all of you? I got weird points. It's only at that point that I look around and realize we have an audience, other students staring at me as if they think I've lost my mind. There are acts for which being sorry is not good enough. Gaining the forgiveness of your victim is not good enough. Being technically legal is not good enough. You do not cross me. Little sparks fly from the end of her multicolored hair. With the way she acts, sometimes it's easy to forget that she's a very old and powerful witch. Now, if that was all you wanted, she leaves me alone in a crowd of whispers, Damien and brainwashing being first among them. I guess I'll have to write to Damien and tell him that he's not allowed to come to the ball. What else should I do today? I guess we're gonna study. There are several students in the library, but many is nowhere to be seen. Failed? How do you fail studying? It's because Damien's on my mind. Oh no, she's upset with us. Peachy, what? Is it true? Did you really forgive Damien? What? You wouldn't. Well, that's not exactly what happened. Oh, really? Because I heard that you asked Professor Postum to let him come to the ball because he's your boyfriend now. That's kinda true, but Peachy, what is wrong with you? On top of everything else, he actually tried to kill you. He changed his mind. Guys, he changed his mind. He couldn't go through with it. It's fine. He loves me. That is no excuse. How could you? How could you forgive him after all that? Because I love him. Because I love him. I know it's crazy. I know it's bad for me. I know I shouldn't, but I love him anyway. And he feels the same way about me. He loves me, even if it kills him. My roommates stare at me, and I shift awkwardly in place. Get out. Get out. What? If you're going back to him after everything he's done, then I don't want anything to do with you. You're destroying yourself, so I may as well say goodbye now. You don't mean that. Silence. Ellen? I agree with Virginia. But this is my room. You can come back at night to sleep. Fine. I stomp out into the hallway and then lean back against the wall and slide to the floor. Who needs them anyway? If they were really my friends, they would support me, right? I don't know. Oh my goodness. Now I have to pick my next class schedule in the hallway. Okay guys, this is not going the best for us. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode. See you in the next one. Bye.